Now then, welcome to Copenhagen, the capital of Denmark. On this film, I'm going to take you to places that TripAdvisor says you should go to. A castle, a palace, but before all of that, we're going to go on a boat trip. So I've got about half an hour to go until getting on the boat. So I just thought I'd have a little walk around Nyhavn, new harbour. The pictures you'll have seen on TripAdvisor and elsewhere of the very colourful buildings around here. Nyhavn was built between 1670 and 1675. It was dug out by Swedish prisoners of war, and world-famous author Hans Christian Andersen lived here for 18 years. As you can see, Nyhavn is lined with many bars and restaurants facing the harbour. Something we had to watch out for on the cruise was low bridges, our guide giving us a warning every time we approached one. The Royal Danish Theatre Playhouse was finished in 2008. It was designed to complement the Opera House, which we'll see in a moment. The Opera House was finished 4 years before the theatre and is on the opposite side of the harbour, directly across from the Amalienborg Palace. Now, the building just coming into view on the right-hand side of the picture is both a combined heat and power waste-to-energy plant and also a ski slope. I think we'll have to go there in the future. Now more than 90 years old, the Dannebrog is still in service to the Danish royal family. Now, I get when you come to Copenhagen, you'll want to see the mermaid, but have low expectations and maybe you'll be pleasantly surprised. There's not a lot to it. Now there is another one to the travel bucket, a seaplane out of Copenhagen harbour. If this film is helping you plan a future trip to Copenhagen, or maybe it's just entertaining you, I'd appreciate it if you'd subscribe to this channel. We're now in a residential district in Copenhagen. As a result, the boat is a little slower and the guide is talking a little less. The Church of Our Saviour is more than 400 years old. That spire, well, it's more than 90 feet high, and that's around 67 metres.
Now that was a really good way to get acquainted with Copenhagen, which is after all built on the sea. I've never waved so much in ages. I don't know what it is about being on boats and waving at people, but it's a thing. If you are coming here though, I'd probably come early. I took the 10 o'clock, got back here at 11. The queues are a lot busier and the harbour area is a lot busier as well. Right, let's go on to the Royal Palace.
Now, if you're feeling a little tired when you're at the Amalienborg Palace and fancy sitting on those steps, don't. The guards will tell you to get off them.
So that was the Royal Palaces, and then Frederick's Church, the gilded domed building, and now we're off to a castle not far from the centre of Copenhagen.
If you're enjoying this video of Copenhagen, hit the like button.
So as we head towards Rosenborg Castle, the final part of this film, I'm starting to think about where I'd also like to go in and around Copenhagen and this part of Denmark. I'm sure to be back here in the near future. So if you've been to some other places you'd like to recommend, stick some comments below this and I'll have a look at them. And who knows, maybe I'll take the channel there in the future.
Well, if you're wondering what route I took for this walk, I started at Nyhavn, walked around to Amalienborg, and then across to Rosenborg Castle. Well, if you've watched videos on this channel before, you'll know I like a castle. Well, this one is the 8th we visited so far on the channel.
So we've done a little bit of Copenhagen. Next on this channel, I'm going to be taking you across the Øresund Bridge. You'll fly past it if you're coming into Copenhagen Airport, and across to Malmö, the 7th biggest city in Scandinavia, the 3rd biggest city in Sweden. What has it got to offer across the water from Copenhagen?